Alright guys, so just leaving the hotel now, and I'll find a good place to pull up and tell you a bit about the next leg of the journey. Up and at 'em bright and early. Let's see. So here we are guys at the start point, and today we're going to be driving for about 4 hours and 40 minutes, and we're going to be doing about 250 miles. So let's set off and I can tell you a bit more about the journey. Alright guys, here we go, and there's a start. So yeah, today we're heading to a village in the Cotswolds. That'll be our first stop on the way to John O'Groats. It's saying it's going to take 4 hours, 40 minutes to get there. We're obviously going to do some stops along the way because we need to get fuel, have something to eat. So I don't know, maybe it'll be about 5.5 to 6 hours total. Let's see. But yeah, so I stayed at the Land's End Inn Hotel, which is right at the edge, right by the signpost. In fact, I probably showed you guys, but I could see the signpost from my room, which was pretty cool. And it was a nice hotel, like, did the job, had an alright bed, decent sized room. The bathroom was actually really nice. It almost didn't match the room because it was such a different style to the room. The room seemed quite old fashioned, but not in enough way. Like, it was alright, you know. I think it was worth the money. But then the bathroom, like, was fancy. It was just yeah, very different than the rest of the style of the room. And then I had a bit to eat. The restaurant looked pretty busy, and you were supposed to have a reservation, but I hadn't booked anything, so I thought, oh, I'll just get some room service. So I had some food in the hotel, and it was these dirty fries, they're called, you know, the ones that have all those toppings and stuff. They're pretty good. And then some little falafels as well, which weren't too bad. I like the chips a lot more than the falafels, but hey. And then yeah, so I just went to check out. Before I checked out, I had a quick walk around Land's End just to try and take in some of the views, which was cool. But yeah, you know, the stuff were nice. I think a lot of people trying to do a similar thing of doing the I think they call them end-to-enders. So that's what we are now, an end-to-ender. Well, we will be when we get to John O'Groats. So I'm looking forward to today's journey. The weather looks nice. It's a little nippy, but hopefully it won't be too cold. My original plan was to go just through the countryside or avoid motorways completely, but when I looked at the actual drive time to do that, it was saying it was going to be like an hour and a half longer than if we just go the direct route, which will go on the motorway for a bit. So I decided to do the shorter drive, so there will be some motorway driving again, which obviously isn't the most interesting for you guys, but if we're driving for 4 hours and 30 minutes, I'm thinking that we will be able to find some content during that time, because it's a long time and we're going to be going to some nice places. So I'm thinking I'll try and get some content now, like around here, around Land's End, and then when I get near to the Cotswolds, then I'll be able to film some more stuff, and obviously the scenery will be a lot nicer there than just being on the motorway. So yeah, all in all, I'm feeling good. I don't feel as tired as I thought I would after yesterday. I definitely am feeling it a bit, like, you know, I don't feel like just my normal self. It's put a bit of drain on me, but it's not bad. Like, I'm feeling pretty energized and excited for the trip. So oh yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. And just to recap on yesterday, there were some bits where I thought doing this many hours in one go is not great, and I think next time I'd actually plan it so that I did maybe a maximum like 4 or 5 hours and then stayed over somewhere. So that would be my plan for next time. That's the only thing I'll probably change from the start of the journey. But all in all, it was a good trip there. No trouble, no bad weather, and it looks like it's going to be another nice day. So please do sit back, relax, and join me as we make our way to the Cotswolds, which will be our first stop on the way to John O'Groats. Got a lot of driving to do, so yeah, I better get on with it. Alright, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. first part of the journey's gone pretty well. There are a few little hiccups, nothing major. So the first thing is that I'm staying in an Airbnb tonight. They've got one of those pin lock boxes to get the key out, but they've not sent me the code for it yet. And we're about an hour away, so hopefully they message before we get there. And then the other problem that we had, which is sorted now, is that something happened to the map for calibration, so it stopped telling me the route. Luckily I still could see in the top left corner of the map the actual instructions, so I knew that I needed to stay on the M5 for a while. I couldn't see the proper route, but once we pulled over the services I was able to fix it, and then here we are back on the motorway, so we're going to be getting up to speed. Hopefully you can hear me alright. I'm guessing the audio isn't great while we're on the motorway. Alright guys, so I've just been to the Airbnb and I've got settled in, unpacked my stuff, and then I was having a look to see if there were any good pubs in Bibury where we could go have something to eat, and it looks like there's two main pubs there. And they look pretty good, but they also look kind of formal, a little pricey, and I thought, you know what, I don't think I'm really in the mood to have like a sit down meal by myself, and instead I decided that I'm going to go have a nice little drive through the Cotswolds, check out some of the roads, and then I'm also going to go and find a Tesco's superstore. I'm going to go there, stock up, get some nice grub to eat, and maybe something for breakfast as well, and then just head back to the Airbnb and chill out. Oh, and also what I thought I could do is grab some petrol as well, save us filling up in the morning, then we can just go straight away. But right, let's go down this little road. This is like a cool road. Do some exploring, and then tomorrow before I set off again, I'm planning on going and having a bit of a drive around the Cotswolds, and then we'll be on the next part of the journey where we'll be going to the Peak District. But yeah, this is beautiful. Maybe now will be a good time just to recap on the day. So that was the first day of our journey to John O'Groats. So we checked out the hotel, had a bit of a look around Land's End, and then the big chunk of the ride was obviously getting out towards like Exeter. The journey did take a lot longer than I was actually expecting. I think when I was doing the planning, I didn't anticipate how long it would take with all the brakes and stuff like that. I didn't factor that in, and I didn't realise how much I'd have to refuel the bike as well. Like when you're going 70, the petrol really runs down quick. I didn't realise. So that's just something I've got to keep in mind for the next one. But yeah, so if I was to sum up the journey so far, I would say it's been awesome. Like, this is the longest drive I've ever done. I'm really enjoying it. Nice of him to give me space. I'll catch up with you guys, I guess, when we get near to the shop. What we got? There's a Mackey's. busy around here. There's another biker. Got his bike, noisy man. What is it, Harley? There it is, Tesco Extra. They've got a petrol station open as well, perfect. It's pretty busy. Okay, so yeah, let's go in the car park. Free parking, love that. That'll do. Right guys, we've got some supplies and now we just need to go and get some petrol. I'm hoping they've got a pet pump because that will make it a lot easier. Let's have a look. Fuel 24 hours pet pump, so we can use this. Fueled up, back on the road, got some of that E5. Seeing how the bike's doing so many miles, I thought why not treat it to some good quality fuel. So I've been using E5 more recently. I started off the journey when I went to get to Land's End using E10. Going from Land's End to Cotswolds, I've mainly been using E5, which I think is supposed to be better for the engine. So it's been doing a good job, this bike. Just had to do a lot of miles. So it's only about 15 minutes from here to get back to the Airbnb. The sun's about to set, so it'll be good to get back in now. I'm sure some of you are wondering what I bought. So I've just got myself a little microwave pasta, nothing too fancy. I've got some croissants for breakfast, and that's it. That's all I got. In about 10 minutes we should be back at the Airbnb. We can go chill out, have a pasta dish, and get ready for tomorrow, where we'll be going on the next leg of the journey up to the Peak District. Sun setting behind me. I can just about see it in the mirrors. It looks beautiful. Hope you guys are enjoying the journey so far. It's been really good. I'm already thinking like, where are we going to go next? How are we going to top it? And what will be the next milestone we decide to look at? Maybe 1,000 subs. That'll be when we do the next big trip.